Now, this is exactly what we've been talking about over the last few weeks here on Future Money. We've been talking about how Brad Garlinghouse was lobbying the White House, how he was lobbying the Trump family, how he was lobbying senators to make sure that XRP would be first in that reserve. Now you got a picture with Brad Garlinghouse at the White House like this, next to Trump, and you don't know that this is coming. I mean, I don't see how people didn't see it coming, but a lot of people didn't see it. Now, Anthony Scaramucci has just dropped more insight on the SEC lawsuit against Ripple. For those of you who don't know, Anthony Scaramucci is the former White House Director of Communications. He made a shocking statement on the Wolf of Wall Street's podcast. During the podcast, which also touched on topics like Donald Trump's pro-crypto policies and Trump's economic plans, he stated that the SEC has already in secret dropped its lawsuit against Ripple. This makes sense if you look at the timeline. On February 8th, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse was linked to the White House Crypto Advisory Council. Then on February 27th, there was a closed-door meeting held by the SEC in regards to Ripple and XRP. Then, finally on Sunday, March 2nd, Trump announced the Crypto Strategic Reserve, listing XRP as first. This all seems to be a timeline of a huge announcement from the SEC coming in days. Now the SEC hasn't made any official announcements yet. The Ripple case is technically still ongoing in court, but this is all very interesting. If Scaramucci is right, and the SEC really has dropped the case in secret, this could mean huge gains for XRP Ripple and its holders. But until there's confirmation, everything still remains uncertain, and many could be investors are left on the sidelines. Now, a lot of Bitcoin maxis. Now, for those you don't know, a Bitcoin maxi is a person who believes that Bitcoin should be the only crypto on the planet, and every other crypto should be wiped out. Michael Saylor is a Bitcoin maxi. I have a best friend that's a Bitcoin maxi. There's nothing wrong with being a Bitcoin maxi, but I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. I believe that there's a place in the market for multiple cryptocurrencies, just like there's a place for multiple operating systems. I hate Macs. I don't like Macs. I got an iPad, but that's as far as I'll take it. I got an iPhone too, because everybody else has one. You have to get one just to do AirDrop and all this stuff. I resisted getting Apple for years, but I refuse to get a MacBook. I'll stick with Windows, what I'm used to. But a lot of people, there's a lot, in any marketplace, there's a room for different things. There always has been. There's not one market on the planet where one thing suffices for all users or all participants. And I believe that this is how it's going to be with crypto going forward. I don't think we're going to just have one cryptocurrency, but Bitcoin maxis are mad because Trump has done a 180, not completely, but within the world of crypto. And instead of just doing a Bitcoin strategic reserve, he's decided to add other cryptocurrencies. Now, if you've been following Future Money, you know that we've been talking about this for 2 weeks. There was a reason why Brad Garlinghouse was in Trump's office. There was a reason why he was getting appointed to things. There was a reason why all of a sudden the Bitcoin strategic reserve was pushed back a month and a half. Because Brad Garlinghouse was making sure he had his company's interest at the top of mind of Trump. Why do people get mad? He shouldn't be doing that. Oh, why did he do? A lot of Bitcoin maxis are so angry. Angry because Brad Garlinghouse did what he was supposed to do. He's a CEO. He's not a politician. He's not an activist. He's a businessman and a CEO. And he has to do what's best for his investors, his coworkers, and anybody that has interest in Ripple moving forward. The XRP lawsuit is supposed to be already over, and we're supposed to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve or a sovereign wealth fund. None of those things have happened. The SEC just dropped the lawsuit against Coinbase, delivering a huge victory to crypto. Could XRP be next? Rumors are swirling that the SEC could drop its appeal against Ripple this week. A closed-door meeting scheduled for February 27th has caught the attention of the crypto world, with many speculating that the agency might finally back down from its legal battle against XRP. If this happens, it could send shockwaves through the market, potentially triggering a major rally for XRP. But the big question remains, will the SEC finally walk away, or will they continue their fight? Since July 2023, Ripple and the SEC have been locked in a legal battle over whether XRP is a security. That summer, Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that Ripple's programmatic sales of XRP did not meet the Howey test, meaning XRP was not considered a security when sold on public exchanges. It was a massive victory for Ripple and the entire crypto industry, setting a legal precedent that many hoped would weaken the SEC's crackdown on digital assets. However, the SEC didn't back down. In January 2025, they filed an appeal challenging the programmatic sales ruling and keeping the case alive. Despite losing key legal battles, the agency has continued its aggressive enforcement strategy against the crypto industry. But now, things appear to be changing. Former SEC Enforcement Chief John Reed Stark believes the writing is on the wall. In a scathing statement, he said that the SEC's entire crypto enforcement program is collapsing. He pointed to the agency's recent decisions to close investigations into Uniswap and OpenSea, two major crypto firms that had previously received Wells notices under former SEC Chair Gary Gensler. The SEC also dropped its lawsuit against Coinbase last week. With these cases suddenly being dismissed, Stark believes the SEC's appeal against Ripple is next on the chopping block. But why now? One key factor is leadership. Since Gensler stepped down as SEC chair, the agency's stance on crypto enforcement appears to be shifting. Lead crypto litigator Jorge Tenreiro, who played a major role in the Ripple and Coinbase cases, has been reassigned to the IT department. Without its top enforcers, the SEC's strategy seems to be losing momentum. At the upcoming closed meeting, the remaining SEC commissioners will decide the next steps. Acting Chair Mark Uyeda and Commissioner Hester Pierce, both seen as more crypto-friendly, may push for a withdrawal. Some believe they could wait for Paul Atkins' confirmation before making a final decision, but under SEC rules, a vote can take place as long as at least 3 commissioners are present. If the votes align, the appeal could be withdrawn, ending this chapter of the SEC's legal fight against Ripple. Meanwhile, XRP's price has been under pressure. On February 26th, it dropped, forcing a previous day's gain and falling to $2.19. The entire crypto market has been struggling, with Bitcoin also taking a hit, but XRP's price action is particularly sensitive to regulatory developments. If the SEC drops its appeal, XRP could surge past its all-time high of $3.55, but there's another major catalyst to watch, an XRP spot ETF. With the SEC's recent approval of multiple Bitcoin ETFs, speculation is growing that an XRP ETF could be next. If such an ETF is approved, institutional investors could flood into the market, pushing XRP toward $5 or even higher. And while XRP's legal battle may be coming to an end, Bitcoin is facing its own challenges. After Trump's election victory, there was excitement about a potential shift in U.S. crypto policy. Senator Cynthia Lummis introduced the Bitcoin Act, proposing that the U.S. government purchase 1 million BTC over 5 years as part of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. If passed, such a policy could drive Bitcoin to new all-time highs, with some analysts predicting prices as high as $1 million per coin. But so far, progress has stalled. Without government demand, Bitcoin's price has been left to market forces, and external pressures like U.S. tariffs and Federal Reserve policy have weighed on sentiment. Rising tariffs could increase inflation, potentially delaying rate cuts that many investors were expecting this year. With so much uncertainty in the market, all eyes are now on the SEC's meeting this Thursday. If the agency decides to drop its appeal, it could be a defining moment for XRP. A legal victory could open the door for greater institutional adoption, regulatory clarity, and a long-awaited price breakout. So, will this be the week that Ripple finally wins its fight against the SEC? Or will the agency hold firm and continue its legal battle? So now people are starting to get antsy, and some people are leaving the market because of that. So it's causing the entire market to get pulled down. Now, I want to be honest, if Trump doesn't do these things soon, I would have rather him never to talk about crypto at all. We'd probably be farther along than we would have been if he just shut up about it in the first place. So it started making me mad. Now, like I told you, I really supported Trump because I thought he was going to do great things for crypto. People don't understand this about the XRP ledger is that the stablecoin that sits on top of that ledger, whenever you transfer the stablecoin, it burns XRP. XRP is the fuel for the blockchain in which that coin or that stablecoin goes around. Like Ethereum is the fuel for all these other stuff, all the DeFi, NFTs, and all these other things that work on top of that blockchain. People always mix up what a coin and a token is. A token is fuel for a system, more or less. A coin is a transfer of value. People are panic selling Bitcoins, 86,000 fall wipes out $1 billion in trades. Another big news is happening right now is Bank of America is talking about launching a stable coin. Like this is what we're talking about is banks are starting to get into this. And people always say, this is where people get mixed up about XRP as well, as they say, well, people, if you guys are in the XRP, you know, one of the biggest, uh, I guess, objections to XRP is that RLUSD is a stable coin. And people say, well, if it's a stable coin, why do you need XRP? And people always get that mixed up and say, well, there's other stable coins out there. Well, there's other coffee shops too, but that doesn't mean other coffee shops can't make it. So who cares? It's always a way to do it better, more efficient, and better branding. It always is. I don't know why people have that objection, but those are people who don't understand business. Now, there's a room in the marketplace for several different, almost similar products. There always will be. And the products can be exactly the same, except maybe one has different branding. One goes after a different target audience. One is faster, more efficient, or cheaper. There's always room in the marketplace. Like we got Windows and we got Apple. And we also got tens of other operating systems that people use Linux variations. So it's not that, so we can have a place in the market for Ripple stablecoin, XRP Ledger. I think it's important for you to give us your thoughts on Ethereum. Will it recover to all-time highs? So what will be the time frame? This is ridiculous. Well, we have to remember that Ethereum had massive shorts the last month or maybe even longer. So the shorts are holding it down. Then we got this hack. Actually, Ethereum is holding its value pretty well in this hack and also in the shorts. So one day all of this stuff will be over. Ethereum is like a spring that's been compressed. It has to go back to its all-time highs rapidly. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and please like the video. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.